Mobile technology giant Nokia, which has existed for over 150 years, is gradually becoming a facade. When it comes to phones, Nokia made a name for themselves during a time when technology started involving portable devices that people could carry about. People worldwide loved every Nokia product, but things began to change. With the arrival of other companies like Apple and Samsung, they started making the type of smartphones the people found more appealing, and gradually over time, people began ditching the Nokia brand. At its peak, Nokia was everything anyone could dream in a mobile phone. It dominated world markets in several countries and was arguably the world's leading phone manufacturer. But what could have probably gone wrong? Their innovative products, which gave them an edge over the years, now seem to be one for the history books. Brace yourselves as we explore the rise and fall of Nokia, a tale that shows us how success slips away and why it's crucial to adapt to new times in the world of technology. Nokia, one of the world's foremost technological companies, hasn't lived up to its expectations over the years. The history of Nokia has been a roller coaster and several ups and downs along the journey. Being in the business for over 150 years and surviving isn't easily achievable. With their various products, they had ventured into ranging from rubber, paper, cables, and electronics to telecommunications. Nokia grew bigger and better after leaving other products and identifying its core strength, which is in electronics and telecommunications. They decided to invest their time, energy, and resources in making sure they were at the top with little to no competition in the field. After several attempts with no forthcoming results, they had to come up with a different approach. They implemented new strategies while still maintaining a bit of the old marketing strategy, and the company achieved a milestone that companies only dreamed of by capturing 49.4% of the market share in 2007. The start of the mobile giant of technology can be traced back to 1865, when mining engineer Frederick Ediston established a wood pulp mill at Tamerskoski Rapids in southern West Finland. He had established a second paper mill near the town of Nokia. After 3 years, in 1871, at a brainstorming session, Frederick with his friend Leo McKellen, Ediston formed a shared company called Nokia AB. The company that would later become a global mobile phone leader had started as a humble pulp mill. In 1871, the Nokia name emerged, inspired by the Nokian River, and the second mill was opened, which was run for quite some time and yielded quite a lot for them. Frederick Ediston later retired and Leo McKellen became the company's chairman in 1869. He ran the company for some time and Nokia experienced quite an increase. More advancements was made with the company. In 1899, Finnish Rubber Works was founded, which later became a significant part of Nokia's business, producing rubber goods ranging from boots and tires to anything rubber-inclined. With time, other products like the Finnish Cable Works were made in 1912. Arvid Wikström had established the Finnish Cable Works, which had formed the foundation of Nokia's cable and electronics business. At the time, Nokia AB was nearly bankrupt because of World War I. Just to save the name and time, Finnish Rubber Works acquired Nokia. It also acquired Salmen Kaplitats Oy, which is also a name of the Finnish cable company. They were able to grow at a fast pace after they moved to the Nokia region in the 1930s. According to them, this was done in a bid to take advantage of the electrical power supply, in addition to other services. The turning point happened for Nokia when Nokia AB, Finnish Cable Works, and Finnish Rubber officially merged. Forming the modern Nokia Corporation, Nokia created Mobira Oy, with the collaborative effort of leading Finnish TV maker Salora. To focus on radio telephones, the merger marked the beginning of Nokia's big transformation and move into a conglomerate with 4 major businesses: rubber, cable, forestry, and electronics. During this period, Nokia expanded its product portfolio to include communication devices and even the M61 gas mask from Finland's defense forces. As the telecom industry remained largely unexplored, Nokia gradually shifted its focus towards the sector, recognizing its potential for growth and innovation. The Nordic Mobile Telephone Services, the world's first international cellular network, was launched along with the first to allow international roaming. The problem with Nokia started when each new product wasn't given enough time to circulate the market and bring in enough profit. Nokia introduced the first car phone, the Mobira Senator, and the first digital telephone switch, the Nokia DX200. The branch launched the Mobira Talkman, a portable car phone, and Mobira Cityman, the first handheld mobile phone. Nokia focused on mobile phones and telecommunications, selling off its rubber, cable, and consumer electronics division to plunge all its resources into one product. This focus on telecommunications led to Nokia becoming the #1 brand and top leader in the mobile phone market in 1998. The company had gone further to launch the 2100 series, the first phones to feature the Nokia Tune ringtone, which eventually became a large success at the time. It went on to sell 200 million units worldwide. The most exciting and intriguing thing about Nokia was the ringtone, which was their unique selling point. In 1999, Nokia launched the Nokia 7110, a phone with rudimentary web-based functions, and the first digital handheld GSM phone, the Nokia 1011. After the new release, Nokia struck a deal with the music publisher EMI with their end user in mind. They had struck this deal to enable users to select their favorite tunes as ringtones, celebrating growth and improving on technological features. Nokia launched the Nokia 7650, its first phone with built-in camera. The phone went on to be an improvement in every one of their products. However, a decline started when a profit warning due to a slowdown in the mobile market led to job cuts and concerns. Despite being the market leader, Nokia was losing market shares to its rivals, with a 35% share compared to a target of 40% they had in 2004. Even with the decline, they continued adding more advanced technologies featuring to their phones. And by 2005, Nokia had sold over 1 billion phones, with its global mobile phone subscriptions passing 2 billion. However, in 2007, due to faulty batteries in 46 million phones and the emergence of the iPhone, Nokia faced one of the world's most significant product recalls. This marked the start of its decline. The emergence of the iPhone caused a significant difference in Nokia's market share. Nokia had reported a 30% fall in the third quarter profits, with smartphone sales failing by 3.1%, and Apple's iPhone sales growth by 327.5% in 2008. This decline continued, and with no solution in sight, Nokia announced plans to cut 1,700 jobs due to the recession and admitted this happened due to the rise of new devices like the iPhone. Nokia suffered its first loss in more than a decade of being in the market. While seeking solutions, they appointed former Microsoft personnel Stefan Elop as president and CEO in 2010 and cut a further 1,800 jobs despite a small rise in profits. Elop immediately sent a stern warning to staff, saying we are standing on a burning platform, and announced a strategic partnership with Microsoft to compete with Apple and Google Android platforms. They didn't stop there. Though in 2011, Nokia cut 4,000 jobs and moved smartphones manufacturing to Asia, reporting a 1.3 billion loss and slumbering shares. Analysts now foresee a possible takeover by Microsoft as it cut 10,000 more jobs and announced the closure of its last factory in Finland. In 2013, Nokia returned to profit after 18 months of losses, and Microsoft bought Nokia's handset business for 5.44 billion euros. After the sale, Nokia focused more on its telecommunications infrastructure business and anything internet or technology related. Marked by the diversity of its HERE mapping division and the acquisition of Alcatel-Lucent, including its Bell Labs research organization, Nokia also experimented with visual reality and digital health later in their next phase of expansion through the purchase of Withings. Nokia's once stellar performance had dropped and wasn't as high rated as it was before. Misaligned collective top managers undermined all of the things that posed a hindrance to their growth, and were afraid of competition from rival products and companies, while middle managers were afraid of their bosses and their colleagues. It was, however, discovered that a part of the factors that stunned their growth was their reluctance to share negative information with top managers, who thus remained overly optimistic about the organization's capabilities. All of these resulted in the management getting inaccurate feedback and poorly adopted organizational responses that led to the company's drastic fall. The company's decline was a build-up process, and a change in leadership and increased competitors resulted in some of the factors that caused Nokia's downfall. One of the factors you could hold responsible for their decision is poor decision-making and implementation. During the following years, Nokia faced internal conflicts and struggled to make decisions. The company depended too much on its complicated Symbian operating system and was not ready to develop or build more on it. In the early stages, Symbian once gave Nokia an advantage, but it became outdated in a world where platforms and apps mattered more. This led to delays in releasing new phones, as each model needed new code to be written and tested. By 2009, Nokia used 57 different and incompatible versions of its operating system. Nokia still had good financial results that were topping the charts in the late 2000s, but its leaders found it too hard to adapt to the ever-changing industry. Software was becoming more important than hardware, and app ecosystems were becoming essentials. However, being the industry leader, Nokia lacked the skills and interest to work in this new way. By 2010, it was clear that Nokia's problem was the Symbian, and the company missed the shift towards apps led by Apple. The Symbian system was closed, which helped Nokia keep other phones makers out and maintain a monopoly. However, this closed system also made Nokia miss out on opportunities for change and improvement. And there was no opportunity to get insights from the other network providers and grow. Nokia's refusal to work with other manufacturers made it challenging to develop Symbian and offer a variety of apps to meet the customer needs. This approach also pushed other manufacturers to work together. Comparing Symbian with other systems, Nokia needed to scale up. Unlike Symbian, the Android system was open and could be used on any phone. Many manufacturers such as Samsung, Huawei, HTC, Sony Ericsson, Coolpad, and ZTE joined the Android camp. This cooperation allowed them to compete with Nokia and enrich and improve the Android system, leading to the development of more apps that met consumer needs. Nokia had a few good options left, and the mobile phone market became more competitive and fast-paced. Unfortunately, Nokia was in a weak position, and the new CEO Stefan Elup and the new chairman Risto Selisma had to learn from Nokia's past and focus on the company on its main business, network infrastructure equipment, to move away from mobile phones. It was sad and heartbreaking, but a lot of people did not feel like this was the right decision for the company at the time. There was so much more that they could have improved and still maintain the market share. Google introduced the Android operating system for smartphones in 2008, which revolutionized the market. Nokia had seen this, but wasn't quick to take advantage of the new revolution in creating their next product. The rise of the iPhone and Android led to a new standard in the mobile phone industry, pushing Nokia out of its long-held position at the top. For the first time, Nokia fell to third place in the mobile market share, with 14% share in the smartphone market in 2011, significantly lower than Apple and Samsung. According to an old survey by CNN-IC, 53% of Nokia's mobile phone users plan to buy smartphones in the future, with 43.3% choosing Android and 28.6% preferring iOS. This trend indicated that Nokia mobile phones' market share would continue to decline due to the massive customer switching. Nokia needed to compete for new users and retain existing ones. A report by iResearch Consulting in December 2012 revealed that Samsung led the domestic market for mobile phone sales with a 32.3% share. followed by Apple with 14.3%, Huawei at 12.5%, Lenovo at 7.3%, HTC at 5.9%. Nokia, which had slipped out of the top 3 since September, held a 5.9% market share. The sales share of each mobile phone brand in the Chinese market in December 2012 had skyrocketed. And Nokia wasn't even topping the list. Nokia faced several significant challenges in 2012, including a global layoff of 10,000 employees on June 15, the sale of its headquarters building for 17 million euros on December 5, and the sale of its mobile phone business to Microsoft on September 3. These events marked a turning point for Nokia as it struggled to maintain its position in the rapidly changing mobile phone market. All of these factors contributed to a rapid decline, which was not noticed and properly managed on time. While it may be easy to blame companies like Apple, Google, and Samsung for Nokia's decline, Nokia still had a part to play. The truth is that Nokia was facing significant internal issues and was already in decline before these companies entered the mobile communication market. Even though they had failed to notice it early enough, they were already on the edge. And the other companies just coming into the market had taken advantage of the most of their lapses in technology. In today's world, technology is constantly evolving, and markets are changing rapidly. With increasing complexity, it is crucial for any company aiming to lead or maintain a leading position in their industry to learn from Nokia's experience. For you to stay on the top of your game constantly, there is a need for constant improvement and rebranding. This further buttressed the point of Nokia's downfall was not solely due to external factors, but also due to its inability to adapt to changes in the market and technological advancements that continued evolving. In regards to evolving and adapting to the tech world, when mobile phones first emerged, they were primarily used for making calls, filling the gap left by fixed telephones. This was the need Nokia had met for us then. At the time, the idea of using mobile phones for music, videos, internet browsing, gaming, and shopping was unimaginable. However, as technology advanced, smartphones became a part of people's lives, and the demand for more functional devices grew. In the early days of mobile phones, consumers were more concerned with practical benefits, such as battery life and durability, due to the economic limitations. Their purchasing behavior was generally rational, objective, and focused on real needs. However, as income levels increased in the 21st century, mobile phones became more of an emotional and impulsive purchases, considered as entertainment tools rather than practical devices. Faced with the changing market conditions and consumer demand, Nokia continued to prioritize technology and product-oriented strategies, focusing on improving the inherent properties of Nokia mobile phones. For example, Nokia aimed to make its phone more durable, extended battery life, and increase camera pixel resolution to meet the standards for cameras. Executives were so focused on products and technologies that they overlooked the changing needs of consumers and the market's new characteristics. This decision-making approach led Nokia to become disconnected from the market, ignoring the real needs of consumers and engage in unnecessary work. Another mistake the company had made was overestimating the strength of the brand. They had assumed the consumers would always remain loyal despite its late entry into the smartphone market and without any technological advancement and improvement. This assumption proved incorrect as consumers' preferences had already shifted to brands offering more advanced features and better user experience. All these contributed to the hidden and untold story of Nokia's demise. Despite all of this, one can see the recent development Nokia has tried to put out to get back into the market. If you enjoyed watching this video, do leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories and hidden secrets.